Welcome back, everyone. Across warehouses, construction zones, and even agricultural fields, engineers are developing robotic systems that behave like insect colonies. This emerging class of technology, known as swarm robotics, relies on hundreds or even thousands of small autonomous machines working in concert. Unlike traditional industrial robots that require central coordination and rigid programming, these systems follow simple local rules and adapt in real time. Inspired by ants and bees, each robot performs basic tasks, but together they accomplish complex goals. As costs drop and coordination algorithms improve, we are starting to see swarm robotics tested in real-world labor environments. Swarm robotics is based on a concept where large numbers of simple robots cooperate to achieve complex goals without a central leader. Each robot operates independently, using a set of simple rules, but collectively they produce coordinated behavior that appears intelligent. This approach is modeled after biological swarms such as ant colonies or bird flocks. In these natural systems, no individual controls the group, yet they complete sophisticated tasks, such as building nests or navigating long distances. Swarm robots use this principle to distribute labor across many units, making them more fault-tolerant and adaptable than traditional machines. Communication is one of the key elements in a swarm robotics system. Robots may use short-range wireless signals, visual markers, or environmental cues to share information with one another. The data exchanged is minimal, often limited to position, direction, or task status. Instead of detailed instructions, robots rely on real-time feedback loops to adjust behavior. For example, if a robot senses more activity in one area, it may shift toward that location, mimicking how ants follow pheromone trails. This kind of local communication allows the swarm to respond dynamically to changes in the environment. Coordination in swarm robotics is typically achieved through a behavior-based architecture. Each robot operates using a layered system of priorities. For instance, obstacle avoidance might take precedence over task execution, while battery recharging might override both. These simple rules are arranged to create emergent patterns. A robot might search randomly until it detects a signal, then switch to a different routine such as assisting a nearby unit. Over time, the entire group aligns its behavior without needing explicit commands. This makes swarm robotics especially suitable for unpredictable or unstructured environments where pre-programmed sequences would fail. The hardware for swarm robots is often kept deliberately simple and inexpensive. Most units are small, lightweight, and designed to carry minimal onboard computing. This approach makes it possible to deploy large numbers of them without significant cost. Power is typically supplied by batteries, and mobility is achieved through wheels, treads, or small legs, depending on terrain. Sensors are limited to essential functions such as obstacle detection, signal reception, and basic environmental scanning. By avoiding complexity at the individual level, designers create systems where the real power lies in numbers rather than sophistication. Swarm robots can specialize by assigning different roles within the same group. Some may focus on sensing and mapping, while others may handle transport or manipulation tasks. These roles can be fixed or dynamic, depending on the programming. In dynamic systems, a robot may switch roles if others in its vicinity fail or leave the area. This kind of redundancy creates resilience, allowing the group to continue functioning even when individual robots are removed. Role specialization also increases efficiency, as each unit contributes in a way that complements its position and available data. Task allocation in swarm systems is often based on algorithms that monitor workload and availability. When a task arises, nearby robots evaluate their current status and decide whether to engage based on rules such as proximity, energy level, or sensor readings. If multiple robots respond, they resolve the conflict using additional conditions like signal strength or time of arrival. This decentralized decision-making process ensures that tasks are handled quickly and evenly, without requiring any single robot to coordinate assignments. Over time, this leads to balanced resource usage and continuous task coverage. Navigation and mapping are handled collectively using a method called cooperative localization. As robots explore an area, they share position estimates with their neighbors to refine their own understanding of the environment. These estimates improve as more robots participate, building a map from many incomplete inputs. The shared data can be used to avoid obstacles, identify resources, or mark regions of interest. If one robot becomes lost or disconnected, the rest of the swarm continues to function normally. This distributed mapping process is far more scalable than relying on a central system with complete oversight. Swarm robotic systems are designed to tolerate failure at every level. Because no robot is essential, losing one or several units does not stop the group from achieving its objective. Some designs even allow for automatic replacement, where backup units activate in response to failure signals. Maintenance routines can be built into the swarm, with certain robots monitoring system health and initiating self-diagnosis or withdrawal behaviors. This fault tolerance is a major advantage over traditional robotics, which often require centralized monitoring and immediate human intervention when something goes wrong. Real-world applications of swarm robotics include things like warehouse fulfillment, agricultural automation, search and rescue, and even infrastructure inspection. In warehouses, swarms of robots can retrieve and sort items in parallel, which speeds up order processing, all without needing centralized scheduling. In agriculture, small robots can monitor crops, apply treatments, and gather data with minimal disruption to the environment. When it comes to disaster zones, swarms can spread out to locate survivors or assess structural damage, and they do all this without putting humans at risk. These systems really shine in situations where coverage, flexibility, and resilience are more important than speed or power. They keep evolving as new environments are put to the test. Looking to the near future, we could see swarm robotics integrated directly into large-scale infrastructure projects, especially where traditional labor is too dangerous or inefficient. Imagine a group of thousands of micro-robots constructing a bridge by assembling prefabricated components, while hovering drones transport materials into place. Each robot would only know its immediate surroundings, yet together they'd create an accurate structure without needing detailed blueprints or constant oversight. This kind of decentralized construction process would let major projects get finished in remote or hazardous environments, all without putting human workers at risk. If we look further ahead, swarm robots could be deployed in space exploration, where communication delays and harsh conditions make centralized control pretty much impossible. A swarm could autonomously explore a moon or asteroid, gathering samples, building habitats, or even laying down power grids using materials found right there on site. Without waiting for instructions from Earth, the robots would collaborate in real time, repairing each other, adapting to unexpected obstacles, and keeping continuous coverage of the terrain. Such a system could be the foundation for human arrival, preparing infrastructure in advance while keeping costs low and redundancy high. While full labor replacement by swarms is still several years away, the direction is becoming pretty clear. Pilot programs are already underway in farming, package delivery, and infrastructure inspection, and companies are starting to invest in systems that can scale without needing extra human oversight. The real appeal lies in flexibility, speed, and low maintenance, rather than brute power or intelligence. Once these systems can reliably navigate unstructured terrain, communicate seamlessly, and repair themselves or one another, they'll become a compelling option for industries looking to reduce costs and increase uptime. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.